Thanks for inviting us in at 6 o'clock, and we begin tonight with the Delphi murders trial, which officially begins in less than 24 hours.
And this certainly is a day that the loved ones of the two girls, Abby Williams and Libby German, have waited for more than 7.5 years. And today there was a flurry of activity in the courtroom ahead of the opening statements tomorrow.
Our senior investigative reporter Bob Siegel continues our live team coverage tonight in Delphi, where this trial gets underway tomorrow morning. Bob?
Scott and Ann, as you mentioned, lots of activity today. Some of that activity still going on right now behind me, setting up extra security for opening statements that will begin tomorrow morning. But today's activity actually started a couple hours away over in Allen County, where Judge Frances Gull swore in the jury and also addressed some important issues that still need to be figured out. 13 News' Emily Longnecker was in the courthouse in Fort Wayne. Emily, tell us what happened.
Bob, one of those issues is the composite sketches of the possible suspect and whether the jury will be able to see those sketches during the trial. The prosecution doesn't want that to happen. The defense does. Judge Frances Gull said she'll give her decision in the morning before the jury comes in and the trial starts, and both sides give their opening statements. The state argued sketches of a possible suspect were an investigative tool used by police to generate leads. This was the first sketch police released in the early days of the investigation into the murders of Abby Williams and Libby German. A second sketch was released 2 years later. The prosecution said neither sketch was relevant because they were not used to identify Richard Allen. Retired FBI agent and forensic arts specialist Thomas Plants testified that composite sketches are used for recognition, not identification. Plants told the court he's created 400 sketches in his career. He testified he interviewed witness Betsy Blair 3 days after she says she saw Bridge Guy, the person investigators believe killed Abby and Libby. The person the prosecution says is Richard Allen. Plants also testified he interviewed a second witness, Sarah Carbaugh, 4 months and 6 days after the girls disappeared. That interview led to sketch number 2 that police did not release to the public for another 2 years. Plants told the court to do sketches. He first talks to a witness at length and later asks them on a scale of 1 to 10 how close the sketch comes to looking like the person they saw. Plants testified he's never received a 10 where a sketch, quote, looks exactly like the person he drew, and that he didn't believe a 10 was attainable. The defense argued the jury should at least see sketch number 1. The defense told the court, quote, Miss Blair says this is the man she saw on the bridge, and it was a 10 out of 10. The defense also said the state did not use sketch number 1 to identify Allen because, quote, it looks nothing like Mr. Allen. Judge Gull said in court she was struggling with how the sketches could be relevant if they weren't used to identify the defendant. But she said she would give her ruling tomorrow morning. And again, that ruling will happen before the jury even comes into the courtroom and the trial starts. So some big issues heading into day one. And at the center of all these issues, what the jury will be allowed to see and hear during this trial. In Allen County, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.